If you just change the language in your office, you yourself can already create quite a lot of business from the business you already have. I just want to talk to you a little bit more about reaching that 82%. All right, so I've talked about this quite a lot because there's quite a lot you can do. If you're not writing content right now, there's a great little tool called chat.gpt. You ask it to write an 800-word blog all about Roper or the rental reforms or anything like that. And probably you're going to have to go for stuff pre-2021 if you're on the basic model of ChatGPT. But perhaps talk about gas safety, electrical safety, maintenance, repairs, HMO licensing, anything like that. It will just write a blog for you. All right, so you don't have to really do a lot. Start putting out some content, stuff that people are going to be concerned about, stuff that people are aware of, things that people are worried about. All right, so start writing blogs around that sort of stuff. All right, don't just stick with blogs. Make some videos. And you don't have to do all this stuff, guys. You can literally just switch on a funnel. But if you don't want a funnel, this is the alternative. And if you have this and the funnel, then you've got the campaign on steroids. I'm just giving you different solutions here. So anyway, number one, blogs. If you can do that, easy. You can just knock those out, really quite simple. And if you give a list of headlines to somebody else, even they could block that out for you. So chat.gpt is really, really inventive and very creative. Number two, make videos. If you want to go and check out our YouTube channel, we have a channel called Concentric TV, which has over 1,200 subscribers on that. And every video when we put it out, it gets a few hundred views just organically straight away. And some of them get a lot more depending on the topic. That's how we test how popular that topic is. So put it on the Concentric TV channel. If it gets loads and loads of views, we're like, right, that's a keeper. Let's do some more videos on that. Let's do some more training on that. Let's run a webinar on that. It's how we test products, basically. We test our topics and our headlines and our subjects. Something else you can do as well is email. Send out emails. You've all got landlord databases because you've all got loads of landlords on your database. Start sending out emails and start sending out emails around the topic of your particular avatar. So things around let-only landlords, about licensing and legislation and compliance, but also around investor landlords. And write this down. You need to tag your audience, okay? So you need to segment or separate or tag, whatever the language is you want to use. Each of your landlord types need to be segmented. Let-only landlords, fully managed landlords, and investor landlords and vendors. They need to be separated. Now, the reason most of them aren't for us as letting agencies, most of us don't have this one thing. It's called a prospecting CRM. Most of us use our netting software, but that isn't an email marketing software. So if you haven't already got an email marketing software, can I suggest you get one where you can drive all of your leads into, and it will allow you to tag each of the landlords as that's an investor landlord, that's that, that's that, that's that. And that means you can send the legislation emails to these people, the investment emails to those people, etc., etc. So you need to start sending some emails. Number one, blogs. Number two, videos. Number three, start sending out some emails. Once you've done a bit of that, you'll start to realize where and what the topics are people are talking about. Landlords love webinars. They love them if they're educational webinars. So webinars is a great way to drive traffic to your database and to get people onto your database. And for those let-only to fully managed conversions, they work really, really well. Remember to work on your offers. Remember to work on your hooks, to work on the thing that you're going to offer, and then your conversion mechanism, which may be an application funnel, which may be a scheduled call, whatever the case may be, but really work on that. Behind the scenes, you need to have some sort of converters. So that's humans. People are going to be on the phones having these scheduled calls, talking about the problems and the issues and converting that into business. We call those BDMs. And we've actually converted half of our listers now and negs to BDMs. All right. So we've got BDMs and negs and listers. Okay. So the business model is changing. So we have two types of BDMs. I want you to write this down. There is call setters. Those are the people that do the low-level calls. Hey, I noticed you opened an email. Hey, I noticed you did this. Hey, I noticed you did that. And then you have high-level BDMs, which are the ones which are authorized to actually close a deal of taking over 10 properties and actually know all the compliance and the contracts and things like that. So low-level and high-level. So call setters and BDMs, that's what you will ultimately need. In the initial early days, it can just be you, or it could be your neg and your lister. It's up to you. And then you can develop the team as you get more going. And then finally, you need to make sure you're running some sort of ads to your funnels as well if you're going to use funnels for this to drive that traffic to your funnels. Now, of course, you already have a funnel. You have a load of landlords and you have a load of people that need things from you. if you just change the language in your office that your staff are saying and that you're saying to landlords, you yourself can already create quite a lot of business from the business you already have. But also, if you had a funnel, you can bring new people in as well. So just remember, you already have the funnel. So that is what it looks like there. But just think, there's many, many ways to attract the 82%, but you've got to start talking their language. You've got to start talking about their pains. You've got to start talking about the challenges they have. You've got to find those hooks that are going to make them go, oh, I want that. I wrote the 11 ways to keep your tenant in payment guide. It went ballistic. Thousands of people downloaded this guide. It was just insane. 11 ways to keep your tenant in payment. As simple as that. So you're going to create these hooks. You're going to create these products. You then start driving those into your sales team, and then you're going to convert those from let only to fully managed conversion. You can back that up with blogs, with videos, with webinars, with emails. Then you've got a fully fledged marketing machine, and you can take all of that or part of that, whichever you want. But even if you just started ringing the existing landlords you've already got on your system, hey ho, you're halfway there. You've got a system in process. I'm telling you guys, this 82% is where the money is. And also doing automated and lead generation funnels and marketing is also what we desperately need in this industry.